In this video, I'm going to compare 7 different cafe racer style e-bikes that are listed in the table. I'm going to go over the different specs of each bike. Now, none of the reviews that I've done have been sponsored by anyone, so this is an honest comparison, comparing specs side by side. I've owned most of the e-bikes in this list except for 2, and I'll go over the reasons why I don't own those 2 e-bikes. Before we get started, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and if you have any questions after the video, please leave it in the comments and I will get back to you. All these bikes have many similar features, such as they're all outfitted with 20-inch diameter tires that are 4 inches wide. They all outfitted with 7-speed transmissions. They all have front and rear fenders. Some of these bikes have front and rear suspension. A few of them just have front suspension. All of them are outfitted with a rear hub motor and a single battery. They're all about the same price point, give or take $100. Many of these bikes offer upgrades such as dual suspension versions, double battery versions, but all of those types of features add significant cost. I'm specifically talking about bikes that are priced in the $1,000 range. With regard to the 2 e-bikes on this list that I do not own, the first one is the Jansno X50. Now, I don't own this bike because I had a very similar bike, the Yukon, and it's very comparable. I do like this bike, and it is the best price point on the list at about $899, but the battery is on the small side at only 12.8 amp hours or 13 amp hours, so the range is limited. This is throttle only to 22 miles, but I did really enjoy that bike. The second bike on the list that I have not owned and will not own is the Maxfox X1. I received a lot of questions on why I don't own this bike, and the main reason is I think it's priced wrong. At $1,000, it only has a 500-watt hub motor, which may be good in Europe. It does peak at 750 watts, but that battery is small at only 10.8 amp hours, and it only has a range of probably about 19 to 20 miles. Now, the one benefit to this bike is that it's a hardtail and it weighs only 66 pounds, so it's the lightest bike in the list, but I feel it's not priced right for the United States, but maybe you can get it a better price in a different country or region. Moving on to the other bikes, I'm going to start at the left side at the Emoko C91. That was a pretty good bike for the value. If you can find this bike for around $1,000, it's pretty light at 68 pounds roughly, or 31 kilograms. You get a lot of value for this because of front and rear suspension, a decent battery, decent top speed, and a decent range. Moving on to the Engwe M20, this bike has some unique features such as an aluminum frame compared to the other bikes in this list have steel frames. It also has these real eye-catching dual headlights. It's a great bike and size. The seat is a little bit short, so you can't scooch back like all the other cafe racers on this list. So if you're a taller rider, there's not much adjustment compared to the other ones. Also, the price has crept up recently, and it is one of the most expensive bikes on the list, but if you can find this for a decent value, it's a great buy. The other thing that's beneficial with this bike, it's really easy to install a second battery on the top. Moving on to the Ouxi V8, I've also seen this branded as the Voltsteed V8. They do make this in a dual suspension. This particular bike is a hardtail. It's a great little bike. It's compact. It's great if you live in a small space, as it doesn't take up a lot of room because the wheelbase is compact. The seat is comfortable. You get a lot for the value. It has good range. It's very light at 67 pounds or 30 kilograms. You can get this outfitted with a cargo rack, and there's a lot of great features that you get for this price point. I really enjoy riding this bike. The last bike on this list is the Ridstar Q20. I recently purchased this bike and I'm really impressed with it. It's the fastest bike on the list at 31 miles an hour or 50 kilometers top speed. It comes with front and rear suspension. This bike comes with hydraulic brakes compared to the other bikes come with mechanical brakes. It also comes with the largest battery at 20 amp hours. It has a 1,000-watt hub motor that peaks at 1,200 watts. I've really run this bike through the ringer and I'm really enjoying it. It's a really good bike for this price point. Now that concludes this video. I hope that you liked this video. Subscribe to my channel, and if you have any questions, please leave it in the comments. Thanks for watching.